Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very important podcast coming at you today from All the Talk, All the Sports. Today we are going to be giving you the most up-to-date information on what sports are doing to return. A lot of big steps have been put in place, a lot to cover, every big league, so we're going to cover right into that. So we already did our On This Day in Sports History segment in our last episode with the New York Mets, so if you want to hear that, go click on the New York Mets video, please, and you can hear On This Day in Sports History. Also, in the New York Mets, we started a trivia. I will be giving the answers and the shout-outs to the trivia question from the New York Mets next episode coming tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you submit your answers. Go click on the Mets video. Submit your answers for a chance for a shout-out. So thank you guys so much for that. So without further ado, not much other to talk about here. We do not have a trivia question for this one. This is basically just a sports update covering everything that's interesting with the sports returning and the most up-to-date information coming to you from July 2nd, 2020 on their plans to return. So let's start with the NBA. Some breaking news in the NBA. I really thought this was cool. The NBA has already released their schedule for how they're going to, their schedule for the games, so times for the games, TV programs for the games. Really cool, the first league to do that, so I think that's really awesome. Just going to be looking forward to that, watching all those games on those channels, so that's really awesome stuff from the NBA. Also, the NBA, this is from SportsCenter, the NBA was closing in on signing off on a second bubble, quotation marks around that, in Chicago for the 8 teams that were not invited to play in Orlando. So basically, a kind of a games in Chicago as well for the teams that missed out on the invitation to play in Orlando. They will be offering mini training camps and games against other teams there with a target start date of September. So that is interesting stuff as well for the NBA. The NBA, I believe their first game is July 31st. I'll have to double check on that. But yeah, it is the July 21st, their first games back. So make sure to watch the NBA and get all your information and games there. So that'll be fun for All the Talk, All the Sports. We've never actually covered anything yet pertaining to live sports and live games, so that'll be super exciting for the podcast pertaining to the NBA. So next we move on to the NHL and what their plans are for coming back. Not too much going on for the NHL. They were the first ones with the NBA to make decisions when they're going to come back. They have not released their schedule, but they have released a date where they will enter Phase 3 of their program, which is July 10th. Players will be able to report for official minicamp in their respective cities. So they're also boiling it down to the final hub cities. I'll let you know when the hub cities are determined for all the teams in the Eastern and Western Conference to play at their respective cities. So July 10th, players will return to mini-camps. Phase 4, they're expecting end of July for actual games to start, just like the NBA. But other than that, not too much for the NHL. So I want to move right into the MLB. Some very interesting stuff for the MLB. They're actually at camps. Saw on social media, I'm sure you did, a picture of Garrett Cole pitching to Aaron Judge. How amazing is that to see that back? Gave us chills as sports fans. Also saw the Phillies on social media just posting pictures of their guys on the field as well. Really good stuff. Really excited for the baseball season. Gonna be fun. So they are officially started training. They're looking at opening day July 23rd, about a week before all the other sports leagues should, as they should, because this is the sports season that should be in season. They have not yet released their schedule, but they have released it will be the Washington Nationals versus the New York Yankees, leading off on July 23rd. Going to be a super fun game to watch. TV ratings are going to go through the roof for that game, as that's basically the official kickoff of sports returning, if it actually goes through with all this stuff flaring back up. So hopefully that goes through and we can see some live sports again. So Those are the first three that I'm going to cover. The last one I'm going to cover is the NFL. The NFL has postponed, they've actually canceled their Hall of Fame game. Known for that. Love watching that. Kick off to football. They've canceled that, and they are moving it to 2021, that game, just replacing it there. They are also cutting 2 preseason games. They're just going to go with the first preseason game and the last preseason game for a total of 2 preseason games before they actually hopefully get into actual gameplay if everything goes well. That's a big if for sports to return. I truly believe that. This whole situation's a big if. But we got what we got, and sports is on the outright for coming back, so we'll definitely keep you guys updated with a lot of podcasts. So thank you for listening. Have a great day, and God bless.